At the far end of the village stood an old house that had been empty for many years. No one lived there. The doors were locked. The garden had turned wild. And yet, every night at exactly 9, one light turned on in the upstairs room.
The villagers had many stories about that house. Some said an old woman had once lived there alone. Others said she disappeared without leaving a trace. No one knew what was true, but everyone agreed on one thing. The house had no electricity anymore.
Among the villagers was a teenage boy named Arun. Unlike the others, he was not afraid. He was curious. For weeks, he watched the upstairs window every night, and every night the same yellow light appeared, always at 9, always in the same room. One evening, Arun decided to find the truth. Just before 9, he walked through the overgrown path toward the old house. The front gate creaked open by itself in the wind. The house stood silent, waiting. Inside, the air smelled of dust and old wood. Furniture was covered with white sheets. The walls were cracked. The staircase led to the room where the light always appeared. Arun waited downstairs, watching his clock. At exactly 9, the old clock in the hallway began to move by itself. The hands reached the hour, and above him, the upstairs room filled with warm yellow light, even though there was no sound, no footsteps, no one inside. Arun climbed the stairs slowly. The door to the room was already open. Inside, an old lamp glowed on a wooden table. Beside it was an empty rocking chair. The chair moved gently back and forth, even though the room was still. On the table was a dusty photograph. It showed an old woman standing beside a young child. Arun looked closer. The child in the photograph looked exactly like him. The next day, Arun showed the photograph to his grandmother. Her face turned pale. She revealed a secret buried for decades. The old woman in the house was Arun's great-grandmother. She had lost her grandson many years ago. Every night she lit that lamp and waited for him to return home. The child had disappeared one rainy night. He was never found. That night, Arun returned to the house one last time. He placed the photograph back on the table and quietly left. From that day onward, the upstairs light never turned on again. The villagers believed the mystery had ended. But Arun understood something else. Some lights are not switched on by electricity. They are kept alive by waiting.